Te reo ererangi o te mānia. This episode was produced in Otatahi by Plains Media, with support from New Zealand On Air.
Welcome to The Real Americana with Louise
and Blair. Settle in for great music from roots, folk, country, and notable singer-songwriters.
And stay for hidden gems and the stories behind these timeless classics.
Greetings. Welcome everybody to The Real Americana with Louise and Blair. My name is Blair Morgan.
And I'm Louise Morgan. And today we're looking at the career of the one and only Lyle Lovett. And just to give you a taste of what we're in for, let's go straight to our first track.
Here is a typical Lyle song. It's called Creeps Like Me.
Grandmother's ring on my finger, she had a tooth of gold. Just before she died, she said, son, well, you can have my tooth, but do I really have to go? Look around and you will see this world is full of creeps like me. You look surprised, you shouldn't be. This world is full of creeps like me. My Uncle Leon in my closet, but don't nobody know. Just me and Uncle Leon in my closet, and they wonder where'd that old man go. But look around and you will see this world is full of creeps like me. You look surprised, you shouldn't be. This world is full of creeps like me. And I knew this pretty girl once. She was 18 maybe. What's a year or two? One day when she asked me if I loved her, I said, baby, what's it worth to? Look around and you will see this world is full of creeps like me. You look surprised, you shouldn't be. This world is full of creeps like me. And I wear grandmother's ring on my finger. She had a tooth of gold. She had a tooth of gold. She had a tooth of gold.
From his 1994 album, I Love Everybody, which was his fifth album, that was Creeps Like Me.
1994. Oh, that was the year I met my creep.
Well, I was called Mr. Lovett around that time too, in Dunedin, funnily enough, by some secondary school students where I happened to be teaching.
Okay, well, a couple of things on that. I'm presuming they called you Mr. Lovett because they thought you looked like him.
Yeah, it could have been the hair, I think.
Yeah, and it probably wasn't a compliment. And a second thing, I can't imagine these students were a fan of his music, so this leads us on to the fun fact of this episode. Tell us, Blair, why did these young people of 1995 know of Lyle Lovett's existence? Drum roll, please.
The big virtual drum roll. Well, he was married to none other than Julia Roberts, probably the world's most famous actress at that time, whom he met on the film set of The Player in the early 90s.
So not just a musician, but an actor as well?
He has done some supporting roles, especially around that time. Robert Altman, the noted filmmaker who did MASH and quite a lot of other notable movies, Lyle tended to be attracted to appearing in some of his movies and supporting roles.
Okay, well, a lot of people had a lot of opinions about this marriage. He was 10 years Julia's senior, and the marriage only lasted a couple of years, but apparently it ended amicably. And as an actor, he wasn't Hollywood handsome, but some would say he had more face for radio.
Face for radio. Just like us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall we focus on the music?
Yes. Okay, Blair. So when did you first come across Lyle?
Right, well, the late 1980s, I'd heard the name, but none of his music. Until I worked in a record store, he was filed as country, but this is a time when there is a resurgence or a new movement in country from the mid-80s called new country, certainly not alt country or even Americana. These terms weren't bandied about, but new country certainly was. And if we think of the likes of Steve Earle, Dwight Yoakam, Randy Travis, Roseanne Cash, who we've talked about here on this show, Lucinda Williams, Mary Chapin Carpenter. I mean, there are others, but these were new faces of country music, a genre that had been becoming seemingly tired. I recall hearing Lyle's 1987 album Pontiac, and it kind of blew me away completely. Shall we hear the first song from that album?
Yep.
Okay, this is Lyle Lovett and If I Had a Boat.
If I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean, set me up on my pony, on my boat. Now if I were Roy Rogers, I'd sure enough be single. I couldn't bring myself to marry an old Dale. Just be me and Trevor. We'll go riding through them movies, then we'd buy a boat and on the sea we'd sail. And if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean, set me up on my pony, on my boat. Now the mystery masked man was smarty. He got himself a Tonto, 'cause Tonto did the dirty work for free. But Tonto, he was smarter, and one day said, Kemosabe, well, kiss my ass, I bought a boat, I'm going out to sea. And if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean, set me up on my pony, on my boat. And if I were like lightning, I wouldn't need no sneakers. Well, I'd come and go whenever I would please. And I'd scare 'em by the shade tree and scare 'em by the light pole, but would not scare my pony on my boat out on the sea. And if I had a boat, I'd go out on the ocean. And if I had a pony, I'd ride him on my boat. And we could all together go out on the ocean, set me up on my pony, on my boat. Set me up on my pony, on my boat.
You're listening to The Real Americana with Louise and Blair.
Hear us every other Tuesday at 5:30 p.m. on Plains Media. And we're back. That was the If I Had a Boat.
Yeah, those lyrics are certainly something.
Yeah, having a pony, riding on a boat. The Lone Ranger and Tonto are there too. They're on their horses. As a lyricist, Lyle can be he can be very funny and satirical. It reminds me of Randy Newman, who we may talk about in a future episode, but very much that satire, and I note that he worked with Randy at some point. But let's hear a bit more about Lyle's background.
Okay, so Lyle Pierce Lovett was born on November the 1st, 1957 in Houston, Texas, and he grew up in Klein, Texas. That's Klein. His father, William, was a marketing executive, and his mother, Burnell was a training specialist. Now, Lyle and his family were part of the Lutheran Church, and then Lyle went to Texas A&M University, where he graduated with a Bachelor of Arts in German and journalism.
Well, okay, so he definitely has a way with words and things. There's some real, I'd call it intellectual prowess that he's applying to things. Musically, I always think of him as a big band leader, because you see videos of him. He has big bands that are assembled. There's different styles of music. There's jazz, swing, blues, gospel, as well as country, and all impeccably played and recorded. He always has great musicians and respect, noting the likes of Emmylou Harris, who's appeared on his albums. And as I said before, a great sense of humour, which I always think's underrated. I think it should be used more in music, a bit like my favourite's Warren Zevon, and I think your favourite, John Prine, from an earlier episode.
Yeah, nah. Okay, well, shall we move on and play a more recent track?
We should.
The track which is called 12th of June.
Before spring turned into summer, after night turned into day, they were born a Monday morning, in the days just after May, in the days just after May. By the branch stand your center, play for me a happy tune. Know of all the days I love best the 12th of June. I love best the 12th of June. He was strong across his shoulders, she was delicate of skin, and their mother laid their ashes as we held them to our breasts, as we held them to our breasts. By the branch and stand your center, play for me a happy tune. Know of all the days I love best the 12th of June. I love best the 12th of June. be tuned. And of all the days I love best the 12th of June. By the branches and sun, when they lay me in my tomb. And of all the days I love, there are so many days I love. Oh, of all the days I love best the 12th of June. I love best the 12th of June.
That's the title track from his most recent album released in 2022. That's 12th of June.
Yeah, so 12th of June 2017 is the date his twins were born, which was one boy and one girl. Now, he was an older first-time dad at the age of 59, and his wife, April Kimball, is a film director who he got engaged to in 2003 and finally married in 2017. Now, Lyle and his family live on a Texas homestead, which originally belonged to his great-grandfather in the 1850s. Now, he's really into his horses. He's a very accomplished horseman. He does something called reining, and he's even in the Texas Cowboy Hall of Fame.
Reining? What's that? Tell us about that.
So that's like a competition where a horse and rider perform precise patterns. It's like a horse has been guided invisibly, so the horse responds to very subtle rein and body cues. It includes something called a sliding stop, which apparently is quite thrilling for the rider.
Okay, so it's a bit like dressage, I guess. So you're riding the horse, right?
Yeah. No, he's definitely riding the horse, but yeah, I don't know too much about horsey stuff. It's just what I read on Wikipedia.
Oh, he's a clever guy. Look,
Sure is.
back to his music. So 1986 was his debut album. It's an eponymous debut album.
Eponymous? What does that mean again?
It's named after him. It's Lyle Lovett. That's what it's called.
Is it like when you use your own name?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, got it.
But we're going to do another track from Pontiac album released a year later, and it's called Simple Song. Here it is.
It's a simple song for simple feeling. You see the moon and watch it rise. Across the continent, the night bird sings. And somewhere someone hears its cry. So disillusioned to keep your head down. Well, if you do, they'll never know. You'll have no answers to their questions, and they will have to let you go. Disenfranchised revolution, they take away by right what's yours and make you martyrs of your own cause. And they don't know what cause it's for. All deserted stand alerted. They love you when you're all alone. But you find a red rose in the morning light. You wait the night and find it gone. So hear my words with faith and passion. what I say to you is true. And when you find the one you might become, remember part of me is you. Remember part of me is you.
That was Lyle Lovett and Simple Song from the album Pontiac. Did you like that?
Love it.
Oh,
No pun intended.
I see what you did there. Actually, Lyle would probably appreciate that. It's probably happened before, I think.
Yeah, probably not being very original in mind.
Yeah, I mean, that song, almost classical in tone and structure, really. And that album, I know we've played a couple now from Pontiac, it really traverses the styles, as we talked about earlier. It's a great entry point for his music, so do check that out.
Yeah, look, I must say, I do have a soft spot for Lyle. He's not your typical rock star, and I think he'd make great husband material.
Oh, wow. If anyone out there knows how to get hold of him, perhaps they could put in a word for you.
Oh, look, I think he's pretty besotted with his wife and twins, so I don't really think I stand a chance. But anyway, what are we going to go out with?
Well, perhaps in a perfect circle, given your opening comments and what we've just talked about there, we're going out with She's No Lady, She's My Wife.
Oh, I feel I should belch loudly at this point.
Well, let me just read you something. Verse 2. The preacher asked her, and she said, I do. The preacher asked me, and she said, yes, he does too. The preacher said, I pronounce you 99 to life. Son, she's no lady, she's your wife. And on that note, we may be back in 2 weeks' time.
Maybe not.
Maybe not. We'll take you out with She's No Lady. Here's the great Lyle Lovett.
Thanks for listening.
She hates my daddy too. She loves to tell me she hates the things I do. She loves to lie beside me almost every night. Well, she's no lady, she's my wife. The preacher asked her, and she said, I do. The preacher asked me, and she said, yes, he does too. The preacher said, I pronounce you 99 to life. Son, she's no lady, she's your wife. And I can't remember how I met her. Seems like she's always just been a hanging here off my right arm. And I can't remember how I ever thought that I just couldn't live without a woman's charm. And even though she loves the smell of French perfume, and even though she walks around in high heel shoes, well, all I know is I'm the one who pays her price. Man, she's no lady, she's my wife. And I can't remember how I met her. Seems like she's always just been a hanging here off my right arm. And I can't remember how I ever thought that I just couldn't live without a woman's charm. Yeah, she hates my mama, she hates my daddy too. She loves to tell me how much she hates the things I do. She loves to lie beside me almost every night. Well, she's no lady, she's my way. Well, she's no lady, she's my way.
Thanks for joining us on The Real Americana with Louise
and Blair. We'll be back Tuesday in a fortnight at 5:30 p.m. right here on Plains Media, broadcasting on 96.9 FM and live streaming at plains.org.nz, where you can also find past episodes available as podcasts.
Follow us on Instagram or email us at BlairMorganMusic@gmail.com. We'd love your feedback, requests, or just to hear what you're listening to.
Until next time, stay kind and keep the real Americana spirit alive.